Everyone apparently in the industry knew that the broadcasters, Harry Carey and Milo Hamilton, had a major beef with each other.
Hit him up! Move him out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering.
It tastes better. Welcome back. Murph with you. Let's get right to the phone lines. Busy day. I'm with you till 2 o'clock. Don't forget, around 1 o'clock, Brooks Boyer is going to check in on the celebrity line ringing as the VP marketing man over with the White Sox, Carol Slazak, saying some Sox fans today in the Sun-Times not real happy with some of the rules for procuring tickets for Sox Fest. We'll have all that, but beefs are now. What's your beef? And the best beefs, of course, from you. Win a trip to the best beefs in Chicago. Browns, lunchtime beefs, Browns beefs. The Italian beefs, the Italian sausage. Put them together, it's a combo. The favorite of Browns president Frank Portillo. Me, I just love Maxwell Street Polish. And Superfan Dan here at the Score. He loves his meatball sandwich from Browns with the marinara and a French toasted bread. Bloop! Another meatball. Right on Superfan Dan's $2,000 silk tie. Let's go. I got to get into sales. West Side, Valdez, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Hey, Valdez, what's your beef, buddy?
My beef is with the Green Bay Packers, if you think about it. I heard a report during the NFC Championship game that the Green Bay players were sitting on heated benches, but somehow the New York Giants benches were cold as all heck, and they were not even heated. For me, that's a form of cheating. Everybody wants to complain about New England and Spygate. Well, look what New England did. For me, that's a form of cheating right there.
Well, Valdez, you raise an interesting beef. Indianapolis Colts, they play indoors. The crowd goes nuts. Some would say that that's an unfair home advantage. They've been doing this since the 1920s in the NFL, making sure that the opponent is never quite as comfortable as the home team. I don't know if I agree with the Valdez, but I like your angle. You're going to go to Browns. How's that, buddy? Hang on. Go visit my friends at Browns. It tastes better. Home field advantage. I guess you do anything you can to make the other team miserable. Let's go to, but I like Valdez from the West Side. He got us rolling. 312-644-6767. Butch from Mount Clair. Hello, Butch.
What's up, Murph? Happy Tuesday to you.
Oh, happy Tuesday. I appreciate that. One day from Hump Day here on the Hump Show. What's your beef, Butch?
My beef is with Richard Dent accusing Mike Ditka, not giving him enough credit or accolades for the Hall of Fame. If I remember right, Richard Dent's nickname was the Colonel. And the reason he got named Colonel because he did one thing right, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that was only rush the passer. So my beef is, why are you complaining about people not backing you when you're a one-dimensional player?
Well, you know what, Butch? I know that Mike Ditka refuted that and the next day in the paper. Tell you what, Butch, call me Friday for Tool of the Week. I think we got more of a Tool nomination than a general concept beef, but I love you, Butch. Phone again Friday, okay, buddy?
Sounds good, man.
All right. Even I get confused. Beef is a concept. Tool is a guy. But the greatest thing is Browns. Now, start thinking about this. The $49 football party special at Browns. You've heard me talk about it, but here's why. Did you know on Super Sunday, coming up a week from Sunday, right? Giants and the Patriots. Did you know surveys say that 1 out of every 4 Americans will attend a party watching the big game on a Super Sunday, and 1 out of every 10 of you will be hosting a party at your place a week from Sunday. Just go to brownschicken.com. Check out the $49 football party special. If you got a lot of people over, you might have to pick up 2 or 3 of them, but you get the famous chicken, you get the famous pasta, the Italian beef, the Italian sausage, the French bread rolls, the peppered giardiniera. Hey, you got everything there for your party at Browns. It tastes better. Next is Skokie Slav on the Score. Hello, Slav.
Hey, Mike. How are you doing?
Fine, man. What's your beef?
My beef, I guess I'm going to have to touch up on what Valdez did. It's about, I guess, the Green Bay Packers. But My issue with them was, these guys, they know it's like 25 degrees below zero, and all of them, most of them, I'd rather say, most of them got their arms exposed, showing those manly muscles and all that jazz. But then you see them on the sideline, and the camera zooms in, and they're all huddled around one another like a bunch of girls underneath a blanket by the heater and stuff like that.
So if you're gonna go short sleeve, hey, let's do it even on the sidelines. If you're so tough, is what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. You can't have it both ways there, Mike.
And you know what they could do then, Slav? They could go to RentalMax.com, and pick up a couple of those space unit heaters on the side. I love it. Thank you, buddy. Phone again, Slav. Good to hear from you. It must be Czechoslovakian, right? Let's bring up, I love this. I've been waiting. Tinley Park is on the score. Goulash, is that you?
Hey, Murph, long time no beef.
Let me say it. What's your beef, Goulash?
Okay. My beef
Stu by the way, Stu never calls anymore. I can't say.
That's why I call.
But Goulash is there for me.
My beef was with the Chicago Bulls, who, after visiting the Martin Luther King Memorial yesterday, in his honor, staged a non-aggressive, non-violent demonstration on the basketball court yesterday.
Well, it was non-violent. It was a terrible...
Non-aggressive.
A very non-aggressive and very, very embarrassing. And you know what? They did get to go visit all the museums and the sites in Memphis honoring Reverend King. But the game itself was an embarrassment. Even Deng says we were not physical. Here's the coach saying in the quotes today, we did not play with any effort. It's unbelievable. They don't play with any effort. Nice job. Hang on, Goulash. Go visit my friend. Hang on, buddy. I'm up against the clock. Goulash. Go to Browns. It tastes better. Sports Radio 670 back in a flash. Hey, how would you like to get free home game tickets to your favorite NFL team for the entire 2008 season? Just stop by Field of Dreams in Woodfield Mall, Schaumburg. Enter their Who Needs To ticket giveaway. No purchase necessary. Second bank of phone calls when we return. Browns, chicken, and lunchtime at Browns. The beefs, everything tastes better at Browns.
Donovan, I've got your mom on the line, and she's got a major beef.
What's your beef? So many beefs, so little time. Me, Mike Murphy, with it till 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock hour, we have visit schedule. He'll call on the celebrity line, Brooks Boyer, talking about some of the, I don't know, is the word controversy? Sox fans trying to unravel how to get those tickets if you only want to go one day or 2 nights, how it's all working out for Sox Fest, and plenty of Cubs talk, Bears and Bulls. But let's get right back to the phone lines. Browns says we want to hear your beefs, because your best beefs when you visit to Browns. Oh, man, lunchtime and what's the time? Look at that. It's almost 20 minutes to 1. You haven't had lunch yet. Browns just up ahead. An Italian beef, an Italian sausage, a combo meatball sandwich. Oh, they all look so good over there at Browns. Sam from Chicago Heights has a big beef, I'll bet you. Hello, Sam.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
I'm fine, Sam. What's your beef?
I'm very suspicious of the way the sale of the Cubs are going. I've been a baseball fan. I've been a Cub fan all my life. And it seems like they're trying to work a shell game like they did when the Sox were sold.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Sam. I've been talking about it for a number of weeks of Sam Zell selling Wrigley Field and the naming rights and all that before he sells it to the next owner. If that's good for baseball, I don't see how. If it's bad for baseball, Bud Selig is very busy, I know, Sam, but Bud Selig should step in the best interest of baseball and find out if all this stuff that Zell is doing behind the scenes is indeed in the best interest of baseball, because I don't think it is.
Because if you remember, when the Sox were sold, DiBartolo was in the mainstream of it, and he was going to develop the area, and all of a sudden he was not given the chance to buy it.
All I know, if this was such a good idea, all this stuff, the Tribune would have done it years ago. There's something under the table. I like your phrase, the shell game, and I would like to ask Bud Selig to check it out. You're a winner, Sam. Go visit Browns, courtesy of Murph, okay, buddy?
Thanks a lot, Murph.
All right, man. You got it. Anytime you want to do it, stop by at Browns. But what you ought to do is be thinking about Super Sunday coming up. New York Giants, New England Patriots. A week from Sunday, you know what I'm talking about, Super Sunday. Browns has the $49 football party special. Go to brownschicken.com. Order 1 or 2 or 3 up, depending how many fans you got coming over to the big party at your house. Say, hey, I need a couple $49 football party specials. You get the chicken, the famous pasta, the Italian beef, the Italian sausage, French bread rolls, peppers, giardiniera. You build your own mega party. And Browns does it for you. No cooking, no dishes to clean up. Steiny is next on the south side of Chicago. Hello, Steiny.
Hey, Murph. My beef is with reporters who are talking for the fans, such as a certain reporter today saying that fans wanted Joe Creedy to be signed to a multi-year deal. Because it's funny, I thought it was a really good Sox fan, and I could have sworn that I didn't want that to happen at all. I wanted just 1 year in a trade.
So you're saying, hey, you know what? Unless you went out and took a survey, down on Michigan Avenue or on 35th Street, unless you actually know, how can you say what the fans want or don't want?
Exactly. Speculate, put in your opinion. That's what you're paid to do, but don't say you're speaking for the fans.
Let me ask you this.
Weird opinion.
Let me ask you this, Steiny. What do you think, since I've got you on the phone right now, what do you think about what should be done with Joe Creedy?
I think you should sign him to a 1-year deal, try to trade him for Joan Figgins and the Angels.
Well, they have him this year, and I would imagine that in spring training, Kenny Williams has his fingers crossed that the kid's back is okay, and that there's someone else out there that wants to gamble on getting 6 months out of his back, and that's Kenny's dilemma right now. But, Steiny, you presented it great as always. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
I do appreciate it. Hey, by the way, it's Miller Lite Mega Broadcast, The Score, this Friday. That's a great place. Lucky McGee's and Niles, come on out. I'll be there. Boers and Bernstein and Lawrence Holmes Friday, noon to 10 p.m., We'll all be broadcasting live all day. It's Lucky McGee's. It's a great, great location right there in Niles, 9215 Greenwood. Here they come, spinning out of the turn. Dave is on the Score. Lake Geneva Dave. Hello.
Hey, Murph. How's it going?
I'm fine, Dave. What's your beef?
My beef is with the NFL and the reporters. You got all these big football players that are all macho playing out in this cold weather, and they complain how hard it is for 3 hours. I'm in construction. I own my own company, and I got my guys working 6 days a week, climbing on snowy roofs, working outside, and the pay they make, it takes them a year to 2 to 3 years to make it what one guy makes NFL in a day.
Well, Dave, up in Lake Geneva, that's cold weather territory. Were the players actually complaining about the weather, but they weren't complaining about the paycheck? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. You know what? And I got guys who have to be out there every day, and these guys work hurt for day in and day out. And these guys are hurt, and they sit on the sideline, they skip practice. And you know what? I'm just tired of their whining because, you know, I got guys with bad backs, bad knees, and they're out there every day no matter how cold. And if they don't work, they don't eat. They don't pay their bills. Nicely
phrased. Nicely done. David, thank you for checking in, buddy.
Bye, Murph.
I appreciate it very much. Hey, go to Rental Max. Rent some of those great space heaters, scaffolding. You'll be good to go. Thank you, Dave from Lake Geneva. Woodstock, Dave. Man, we're up by the state line with both our Daves. Hello, David.
Hey, Murph. How you doing?
Good. What's your beef?
My beef is with a certain senior Bulls player who says that the team just has to start playing a little bit better. I think that he needs to look in the mirror.
Well, you know what? It's a lot of the Bulls players, and I don't know if you're talking about Luol Deng, if you're talking about Ben Wallace, even Coach Boylan. They're all talking about it. Which guy are you talking about in general, Wallace or Deng or all of them, huh?
Mr. Wallace.
Yeah. Well, they're all quoted today that we didn't play physically, didn't play with intensity. Coach Boylan says the same thing here. I think this is the Sun-Times quote from our guy Brian Hanley. He says, they outplayed us, meaning Memphis, in every way, effort-wise. They outplayed us in every way, effort-wise. We need intensity from all five, not just one or two of the guys. This is what they call a mess, Dave.
You got it.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it very much. Very energetic, effervescent. What's your beef? By the way, January, maybe the best month to buy that brand new car. Go visit my guys over at Jack Phelan Chevrolet. Jack Phelan, Dodge, Suzuki, Isuzu, Ogden Avenue, right there, Berwyn and Lyons. You gotta see Jack.com. Check it out. Jack from my old stomping grounds, LaGrange Parks, my final beefer of the day. Hello, Jackson.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good. What's your beef?
With the NFL.
Go ahead.
For the last 2 weeks, they've had the Green Bay game being a night game.
Yes.
And that just doesn't make any sense.
The temperature kept dropping. Temperature kept going down. Temperature kept plummeting. You know, it was so cold out there.
We like the weather and leather.
They had to have the leather on out there. I hear you, but TV rules, Jack. Good beef, my friend. Hey, go Grange Road and Countryside. Go visit Brown's. You know it tastes better.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering. All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.